Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So the question is, are you really showing off or just expanding your vessels? From a very young age, we've been taught to be humble, to soften, to boil down everything. So whenever we see, you know, a newly growing confident person, the first thing that comes to our mind is that, oh, this person hasn't yet got there, but look at the confidence. We feel like, unless we have got there, we have become this incredibly qualified person, incredibly famous or something, whatever qualification means to you, we think that it should show in our attitude that we are not yet there. There should be some kind of humility. Now the question is, why do these newbies or new learners uh, project this kind of behavior or present themselves as this very confident person? Because you know what, they're not really showing off, they are just expanding their vessels. Yeah, I will give you an EFT tapping at the end of the video today. So what do I mean by expanding your vessel? See, when we're so used to being in our own shell, in our comfort zone, and finally, there's this click moment when we feel like, yes, now we're ready to be present. Now we're ready to take up space. And we go ahead and do it. We actually don't know how to do it, but we just go ahead and do it. For example, let's say a celebrity. You see, some celebrities at a very young age, when they're interviewed, you see some kind of pompous energy about them. This is not because they think they are the best. That's because they are now building this habit of taking up space. That's their way of taking up space. We must not stop it because that's what's going to get them far. That's what's going to get them to a position where they now feel confident enough, where they feel confident enough to slow down and be still. We've witnessed that as they age, they grow more and more gentle, elegant, more composed. Yeah, that's the reason. So if you, I know it might just trigger some kind of trauma inside of you because as a child, you have been so many times pulled down when you were finally feeling confident. You know what? You're showing too much. Don't do that. You're just a kid. You must not act like an adult. You don't know everything. Yeah, I think this is also a result, what we feel like a result of bad parenting. But anyway, we don't have to hold on to that. We can now welcome those people who are ready enough, who are brave enough to show themselves and not feel insecure in ourselves that okay, we couldn't do it, we couldn't do what they do, we couldn't do what they are doing right now. We can just get out of the mindset and maybe live the rest of our lives in a carefree way. We can just shed that burden off our shoulders. If you're ready to do the EFT tapping, please start with me. I let go of the belief that I cannot take up space unless I'm there. I let go of the belief that I'm not worthy enough to take up space unless I get there. Nobody knows where there is. The end of the road is nowhere to be found. There is no end of the road. I deeply, completely love and honor myself despite all the insecurities. You can tap anywhere. You know the tapping places you can just do with your flow. You don't even have to repeat audibly. Even though I have insecurities, I deeply, completely love, respect, and honor myself. I respect those who are brave enough to take up space. I respect those who are brave enough to take up space. I welcome the willingness to forgive those who once tried to pull me down. I welcome the willingness to forgive those who once tried to pull me down. I welcome the willingness to now take up bigger spaces. I welcome the willingness to take up bigger spaces now. I deeply honor, respect, and love myself for showing up for this. I deeply, completely love and forgive myself for not showing up before. It is safe to show up. It is safe to expand. It is safe to explore the sides of you, all parts of you. It is safe to be accepted by people. And it is safe to accept others. Take a deep breath in. Let it out. Alright, have a nice year ahead.